Hello and welcome to a Halloween special of me recording shit or me showing you how I record shit. Basically, I'm going to be showing off a few things here with the recording software I use. And this is it right here. I got Fraps in the system tray here in the background. That's what I use to record all my stuff. And this program right here is really damn good. Depending on your system, it might take up a lot of resources when you're recording, but for my system it's not too bad. I use a Monitor Aero desktop here for my applications that are window based or application based, like my PlayStation emulator, my DS emulator here, which is Desmu or whatever that's called. But yeah, I'm going to go over more of the settings here in Fraps. Basically this doesn't really matter, but under the movies section right here, with this program, I got the sound capture settings. I want it to record the Windows 7 sound, which is stereo obviously. I want it to record the sound, or else it wouldn't record the sound from the gameplay. And then the external input, I got it on the microphone, and that's how I record my voice with this program as well. So yeah, I record everything with this program right here. I'm recording the screen right now actually with Camtasia Studio 7, and I'll show that off in a second here. And I record everything at 30 frames per second, which is fine actually. And even for Final Fantasy 13, I was recording it on 60 frames per second there for a while. And it was taking up a lot of space, and it would take longer to render. But I found out that 30 frames per second is just fine. I mean, it's almost unnoticeable. You'll hardly notice a difference. When I played it back, I barely noticed any difference at all. So, yep. And for the video capture hotkey right here, I have it set on the plus key on the number pad, mainly because it's a big key. It's easy to find, and I just tap it when I want to start recording, and then tap it when I want to stop recording. And I'll get into more of that later here. Yeah, and when I'm using this Camtasia Studio 7, for some reason it disables the Aero desktop, and it brings me to Windows 7 Basic instead of having like transparent windows here. They're like solid. I don't know why that is, but whatever. Otherwise, when I'm not using this program, it's Aero basically. For Desmu, okay, it starts out like this. Start the ROM, I might as well start Chrono Trigger, why not? But to make this full screen, all I do is hit Alt and Enter, and it brings it all the way up to full screen. And if I hit Alt and Enter again, it brings it back down to a window format, and that's how I record the DS, which works pretty well actually. And I don't need to show any more of that. I want to do Chrono Trigger eventually. That should be an awesome game. Well, I know it's an awesome game. Hell, it came out in '95. It's one of my favorite games ever. Let's see here. Okay, let's get more in computer. Okay, Fraps, movies. Okay, these are clips right here from an already recorded episode of Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. Basically, what Fraps does is, let's say you're recording for like, I don't know, 3 minutes or more, and eventually it gets to a certain size, like 3.9 gigabytes, almost 4, it'll actually start a new clip with that recording. So you'll have a whole bunch of clips here if you're using this program to record, depending on where you stop and start and all that good stuff. And let's see what else. And after I'm done with the recording, I just start Camtasia Studio here, which I'm actually using the record the screen version right now to actually make this video. And then import video. Then up here you can choose which folder you want to import the clips from. And then basically these clips are done in like kind of a chronological order. They're numbered that way. So all you got to do is just import them, add them to the timeline, and then it asks you what size your video you want it to be. Well, you could choose, I use YouTube in HD because I want it to be high definition. I want it to be formatted for YouTube. So I just choose this one, and I keep the aspect ratio the same, hit OK, boom, and that changes it. And then I just keep doing the same. Well, I won't have to. And then with this program, for some reason, you got to move the slider all the way to the end when you import a new clip, add it to the timeline, and it's added to the timeline, and it's seamless. They're just joined together. And you move it all the way to the end, import the next clip, and so on down the line. And yeah, this program's pretty nice. There's other programs you use like Vegas Pro, which is pretty good. But yeah, I use this one because it pretty much does whatever I need it to do. And if you notice these black borders here on the outside, well, I don't like that. That's the way it's recorded. That's the way it shows up on my AverMedia TV Center, which I'll go over in a second. But what I do with these clips here is I go to zoom and pan, and yeah, for some reason it likes to zoom in at 93%. Well, I'll just bring it up to 100. Click on the little slider here, boom, it zooms in a little bit so it actually fits the whole screen. So yeah, that's pretty nice. That's what I do for Final Fantasy IV After Years. I don't have to do that for any of the other LPs that I've done so far, but yeah, this works pretty good. I might play around with DS recordings too with this, because I didn't know how to do this before I started Final Fantasy IV. So yeah, there you go. Now you do the same thing with the previous clip, and it's all zoomed in, and for each clip that you add, and then yeah, clip in, import media, next clip, add the timeline. Yeah, and this next clip is going to be the same way, so you got to do the same thing again. Go to zoom and pan, 100%, click on the slider, boom, it's zoomed in. So yeah, there you go. And let's see here, what else am I going to go over? Oh yeah, my console games that I use to record here, if I can find the icon. Yeah, I use this is the capture card I use, AverMedia TV Center, or Media Center or whatever. Basically, it's an internal capture card. It's not a Dazzle. It's an internal capture card. Right now I think I have my PS3 on, so I might as well switch to HDMI. Yeah, it's got, you can record HDMI with this card, and you can record component, S video, or composite. So it's very versatile, actually. But yeah, with Final Fantasy 13, all I gotta do is just double click on the image, brings it full screen, and then boom, you're in the game, basically. And then yeah, I can unmute. I had the sound muted there, but yeah, there you go. Now mind you, if this looks a little choppy or whatever, it's because I'm using Cam Studio's screen recorders. So yeah, it might not look as good as Fraps, but Fraps does a real, I mean, obviously it's evident by my videos, because Fraps does a much better job recording. But yeah, other than that, that's about it, really. That's what I use to record. It's not hard. Might as well go over my specs here. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait, I'm going in the wrong. I've done this for a while. Control panel, yeah, that's where we're going. System. So yeah, the reason why I'm able to get DS games to run as good as they do on my systems, because I have a pretty damn fast computer. I got 8 gigs of RAM. I got Windows 7, 64-bit. So, oh yeah, and I gotta activate that in 2 days, or use my activation crack or whatever. Or it's not really a crack. I just kind of edit the registry to make it work, because for some reason on my laptop, when I bought my copies of Windows 7, you can't have it on more than one system. So I have a way to get around that. It's stupid that I have to do that, but there you go. And yeah, that's basically what I use to record. And then, you know, for my Visual Boy Advance, if I can find it here, yeah, I got 2 versions of it. Some games run better with a 1.8 beta version. Some games run better with 1.72. It just depends on the game. But for Final Fantasy VI, I actually use this version for the most part, and that worked pretty good. You know, there's good frame rate, not too much slowdown. It runs like shit in this version though, the 1.72, so I don't recommend that for Final Fantasy VI. Yeah. Then just run the program, go to File, go to the ROM, and there you go. If you have any other questions on this video, or you want me to make a follow-up video showing you stuff that I might not have showed off that might be useful, let me know. Otherwise, this is Veteran 0121 signing out, and happy Halloween. Wait, there's a few things I forgot to show off here. I recorded my local disk, which happens to be 2 rated 60 gigabyte solid state drives. Solid state drives are really good, and speed is everything. So if you try and record to my, well, I've tried it before. I've tried to record to my external hard drive before, you know, my 1 terabyte external hard drive, and it sucks. Like it's completely slow. The videos are choppy. So speed is everything when you're recording. So if you're going to record, make sure it's an internal drive. If you're going to record anywhere, make sure it's your local disk. Do not try and record on an external hard drive, because yeah, it'll suck. I mean, it'll look bad, it'll look choppy. So make sure if you're going to record with Fraps, make sure you got some space free. Like normally I think I have about 72.4 gigabytes free, but after I recorded that last episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, the after years brought me down to 53.3. And once I'm done with the clips and the actual rendered video is done, it'll be about 60 megabytes, and then you can just get rid of all the other clips. You don't need them anymore. So yeah, there you go. What else? Yeah, do not use your external hard drive to record on. It will look like shit. It will be choppy. Yeah, just don't do it. That's my advice, because I tried it and it sucked. What else we have here? Oh, yeah, and with Fraps and Cam Studio, those programs cost money, but if you can find a way to use them forever without costing money, hey, kudos to you. I actually paid $30 for Fraps. I didn't pay for Cam Studio though, but yeah, there you go. Other than that, that's it.